All right, looks like I'm on. Hello, friends and neighbors, and anybody who is out there. Ah, this is a very impromptu Sunday night Memorial Day weekend chill out stream. I didn't really have anything planned. No guests, no hoopla or any of that. Basically, I was just looking for something to do, and I figured, why not go live? So here I am. Hope everyone is doing well. Um, I'm not sure if anybody is watching this right now, but that's okay. I'm sure people will pop in later on, or they will watch it another time. So it's all good. Um, didn't have any guests planned for this, for two reasons. One, I'm kind of hoping to do this more often. This kind of just me talking about whatever's on my mind. Um, you know, just shooting this stuff, and I gotta watch the language. I don't know if there are any kids watching. Uh, you know how it is with me. Just to get on and talk about stuff. And the other reason I don't have any guest plans is because I know it is Memorial Day weekend, and I literally had this planned last minute, so I didn't know if anybody was going to be available, and I didn't want to put anybody on the spot. So I figure if they're on, they'll pop in and watch, and if not, they can watch later on. So it's all good. Although it looks like Isaac, what's up, man? You always sniff out the streams, buddy. All right. I'm glad you're here if you're still on. So, yeah, there were some things on my mind I just wanted to talk about, and I'm not quite sure how long this is going to go. It'll go however long it goes. I will apologize in advance because the room that I am in, I have a window open. So if any outside noise pops in, you just have to deal with it. But it is way too nice of a night to be have the window shut and not let the air in. So any background noise, anybody goes drag racing down the road, we'll just have to put up with it. But what are you gonna do? Um, let's see what is going on with me. Well, first of all, hope everyone is enjoying the long weekend. If you have a long weekend, those of us in the U.S., it is Memorial Day weekend for us. Those of you outside the U.S., if you are watching, I hope you're having a pleasant weekend all the same. I know this is more our holiday than yours. We got some people coming in. We got some people coming in. Jim, how are you, sir? Good to have you. Background noise. Well, there's nobody right now. I meant if there is any noise in the future during my during the stream. Every now and then someone will go racing down the road, or there might be a fire engine in the distance. So, you know, if the microphone picks it up, great. If not, even better. So, but yeah, nice long weekend for us. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day. I've got our local Memorial Day parade, and it just so happens that the parade route runs right in front of my house. So I plan on recording that for the channel. Figure it'll be a nice little way of showing off our tradition. And I posted on my personal Facebook page to let the city know. So it's gotten a pretty good response on there. So I figure it'll be a nice way to preserve a tradition of ours for ourselves, and it'll be a nice way of showing off for the rest of you. So be on the lookout for that. Uh, what else I got going on? It's been a busy month for me. Um, this May it's been My 2 younger kids are still in school. Noah is in 11th grade, and my youngest son, Oliver, he's in 5th. And it's been a busy month with school and sports, and, so I've had to focus on them, of course, getting them where they need to be. And, of course, work has been busy, so the content has been here or there. But, hopefully with, Noah's got a couple of weeks left, I think, of school, and Oliver's got 3 weeks left. So once they're done with school, I got some summer vacation time coming up. I hope to do a lot more of some more regular content. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice, Isaac. I'll be on the lookout for that. Couch potato. I love that couch potato life. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. We're still a little busy. So things are winding down, though, I'm happy to say, although it has been a nice weekend for us. Um, Not only that, but, like I posted on my Instagram page, if anybody's following that, my oldest son graduated college, last weekend. So he is home. He is going to chill for a little while during the summer and then worry about what comes after at that point. But, he needs some downtime. So, and as far as I'm concerned, he's earned it. So it's good having him home. Uh, that's about with me. Um, Got to keep up with the comments, of course. Yes, thank you. Congratulations to him. He did all the work. As far as Saber stuff, what do you call it? Still waiting on my Reaver from Saber Trio. That was ordered back in March. Had to think for a minute. They're working on that, and I know they post regularly, and they're hoping to get caught up on the shipments. So I'm waiting patiently but anxiously. I want to get my hands on that and you know show that off. My Vulcan, of course, came in. Hope you guys have already seen the unboxing video for that. It's a lovely saber. What else? I have another Revan saber coming in. I talk about that company a lot. This one's not for me though. This one is for my youngest. Well, for those of you who don't know, Revan Sabers, they are back in action. They thought they were going to have to shut down because of circumstance, but it turns out that they um they were able to keep open. They're not going to be doing custom jobs anymore. Custom commissions. They're just going to stick with their own stuff that they put on their Etsy store. Uh, you know what? That's if that's what it takes. You do what you got to do. So they had a Shoto hilt that Oliver, my youngest, had his eyes on. And so I ordered that for him and it has been shipped. And if all goes well, it will be here Tuesday. So we'll do that unboxing video as time allows. Yeah, definitely. You need to. I mean, even though they're stunt sabers, so what do you call it? They don't they're quiet, but they're still worth it. I mean, you should have one of theirs in your collection. Whether or not you want to duel with it, that's up to you. I personally don't, as I have said, because I'm afraid I'm going to break them, even though the construction is very sound. I'm paranoid like that. So, but yeah. So we'll have another one of theirs come in. Oliver is very excited. I'm excited for him because this will be his first. He's already got a few sabers in general that he likes. So what do you call it? What else was I going to mention? Oh yeah, something I'm hoping to do at one point this summer. What's up, Elvis? Is in the building. That's all right. Few minutes, whatever. Like I said, I know it's a long weekend and people are doing what they're doing. That's I totally understand. But I am glad to have you guys pop in. One thing I do want to do this summer at some point is besides Star Wars, another fandom that I do like is James Bond. Big fan of that movie series, so I am hoping to do a James Bond live stream at some point to talk about that. We're gonna put away the lightsabers and trade them for vodka martinis, and you know, talk about all things 007. There are a couple of movies that I haven't seen in a while. I want to watch again to refresh my memory about them. And I believe it or not, I haven't seen No Time to Die yet. I've bought it. I just haven't had the chance to watch it. So I want to watch that first. That way I'll be ready to talk about whatever. Yeah. Yep. I'll take you up on that, Elvis. Petra. Oh, one of the Revens? Let me take a look. See. Don't mind me. I'm just. Sabers Etsy. Here we go. Ah, yes, the Vetra. Let me show this one off. If you can see it, hang on. Yeah, I don't blame you, Ike. That's a nice looking hilt. So don't sleep on it because when it's gone, it's gone. They don't do it again. It is very unique, you know, and that's saying something from what those guys put out. So all right, so I got the Revan Saber coming in. I've got the Reaver at some point. Um no other orders as of yet. That may change. Maybe June around Father's Day, I'll treat myself to one. Uh, Kind of got my eye on Outcast from Saberforge, so I might spring for that. You never know. I think Saber Trio said that they were going to open again in June 24th, I think. I might pass on that one only because I've got the Valken, I've got the Reaver. Those are the two that I really wanted. The Sens is another one that I do want. I don't know if I'm going to want to go for a NeoPixel on that or, you know, the FX Pico Crumble, whatever it is. Which, by the way, that Pico Crumble, hang on a minute. This bad boy. Show it off. The Pico Crumble, even though it is only one font, um, it's very loud. It is very crisp. It doesn't have the smooth swing, but so what? Uh, you know, like I said in the unboxing video, I've got a bunch of Ultra Sabers that don't have smooth swing. So if I'm going to complain about that one not having it, that would be very hypocritical of me. So I would not be opposed to picking up another Pico Crumble at some point. I would just have to decide what hilts. Sup, Mike? How we doing, man? Glad to have you here. So, for those of you who are popping in, like I said, this was a very impromptu chill out stream. I felt like giving myself something to do. And to be honest, it's been a while since I've done one of these. The last one I did was, what, November? I think, Black Friday weekend. And I kind of wanted to prove to myself that I could still do this. Um, you know, chat and hold everybody's interest. So, by the way, I hope you guys can hear me all right. My microphone can sometimes be temperamental as far as how I have it positioned in front of my face. So, hope you guys can hear me all right. But yeah, I might do more of these randomly if I have stuff on my mind. So, with me, you never know. Three empties, all unique. Unique is good. Unique is good. You got a Dark Wolf coming. Dark Wolf! I'm gonna. Oh, let's keep an eye on your channel, like. You can hear me? Alright, great. Good. So, um, actually, there is one other thing I wanted to talk about. You probably seen me unbox this one. The Guardian from Service Pro. Uh, that video's had quite a few hits. But there were a couple of comments left on my unboxing for that have been weighing on my mind. When I posted that video, I mentioned about how I hadn't heard about Sabres Pro. I didn't know anything about them. Um, my initial concern was that if they were going to be, I don't want to say a fraudulent company, but if it was going to be another DX Sabre situation. And from my experience, I mean, I ordered the Sabre, I got it fairly quickly. I guess a couple of people left comments on that video that they did order, and well, one um commenter in particular, he ordered the NeoPixel, and I guess he'd been waiting about a month for it and still hadn't arrived. So he ended up canceling his order, which I feel is unfortunate. He ordered from Dark Wolf, and they delivered, of course, within a couple of weeks. So he felt that they were only fulfilling orders for those who would do reviews. Um, that's unfortunate because I don't think he was calling me out specifically. I think he was calling the company out more than me. But I did take that to heart a little bit because you guys know I'm not affiliated with any company. All right. I'm not an affiliate. I'm associated with any company. Uh, and when I say, you know, give the company a shot, it's based on my experience. And I don't like hearing about people that get, not scammed, but people that don't, their experience doesn't quite meet up to, expectations. And because, here I am talking about this company and how I ordered the Saber and, Isaac's gonna swipe it. I would expect no less of you, sir. So, the day you tell me you're not gonna swipe one of my Sabers, I'm gonna think the apocalypse is nigh. So, if you're gonna try to break in, I'll know things are well. So, but yeah, I mean, I talk about, these companies, and I don't like hearing about people that go through a bad time, especially after I'm trying to think of how to word it. not like I'm putting my neck out there, but I guess in a way I am, as I'm broadcasting and telling about all this stuff. So, you know, it's just weighing on my mind. So I don't know if that gentleman, um, that commenter is watching this. If he is, I'm glad Dark Wolf is able to take care of you. And I didn't delete any of those comments, by the way, because like I said, they're not. I don't think they were directed at me. I think they're directed at the company in particular. So, for impartiality's sake, I left those comments up. So, caveat emptor with Sabres Pro. Um, Maybe if they are just, well, I don't know if they are just selling to people who review their stuff because I ordered without advertising that I was ordered from them. So maybe I don't know. Who knows? But or it could be that they've had an influx of orders and couldn't having a hard time keeping up with it. So that's always possible. Sometimes things get delayed, and it might have been just a matter of that. But buyer beware, uh, and all that jazz. But that's really it as far as sabers go. Uh, what do we got as far as Star Wars stuff? What we got, Mike? Yeah, there are a lot of random ads on Facebook and Instagram. A lot of LGT sellers or LG, if they're not, that's the other thing. Half these companies, you don't know if they're official or not with LGT. I mean, of course, you got Dark Wolf, you got Rebel Sabers, you got Virus Sabers, Aus Sabers out of Australia. Uh, what's the other one? Mystic Knights Armory. I know they're an affiliate. A lot of these other places, I think they just grab stuff and just resell it. And that's why you got to be careful. That's what I was afraid of with Sabres Pro, but because they're all over Instagram, that's how I found out about it. But Dark Wolf, Fire, Crimson. Yeah, with me usually it's Dark Wolf. Occasionally I've ordered from Rebel Sabers, but Crimson Dawn. A lot of people order from them. I did have a bad experience with Crimson Dawn that kind of soured me, but I don't think it was because of a sham on their part. I think they just it was just a bad customer service experience that I had with them, so I haven't ordered from them any further. You get burned once, you get burned twice, and you don't want to get burned a third time. But a lot of other people I know are having great experiences with them, so I'm not gonna tell anybody don't shop at Crimson Dawn. You know, you're right. If it seems too good to be true, probably is. So yes, do your research. So, and if I have any bad feedback, I will let you guys know. Okay, so it wasn't just me with Crimson Dawn. Yeah, this was last year, um, 2021. So, but what are you gonna do? Um, but yeah, like I said, I've got maybe a not Saber Trio, Saber Forge, Saber this, Saber that. You know, I'll do a Father's Day tree for myself. But as far as sabers go, that's it. Yeah, Rebel Sabers, I've had good customer service. I had to send my Graflex back for repairs, and they responded to my inquiry within a day. The same day actually. They said, Here's a return address, send it back for free, and, don't worry, I'm drinking juice, I'm not gonna get plastered on the air, so, not my style. US-based LGT, yeah. There's enough good out there to outweigh the bad, I think, so and I think companies like Rebel, Sabres, and Dark Wolf, they've had, enough word of mouth that people focus on them, more than anything else. There is a saber that Dark Wolf has. Um, as a matter of fact, let me rather than show you on my phone, bear with me a minute here. I'm gonna see if I can bring it up on here. Sabers. See, this is the advantage of being on here by myself. I don't have to worry about what I look like or what everybody else is doing. Where is that hilt? Hang on a minute, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'll share my screen with you. Hold on. That's the other thing about buying sabers secondhand. Like I'm sure Gray Paladin doesn't mess around when it comes to reselling. You got to be careful who you buy from secondhand. But all right, hold on a minute. How am I going to do this? Share my screen. Okay, this is the one that I got my eye on. This bad boy. So the price is okay. Well, if we go smooth swing one, it's 450 if you're gonna go for the baselet smooth swing. 390 for the empty hilt. 500 for the Xenopixel. 600 for the Golden Harvest board. Which Golden Harvest, by the way, is awesome. And then 650 if you want it for Profi. But I mean, look at that thing. Doesn't that look beautiful? That I don't think is really a dueling saber. If I ever end up ordering that one, it would probably be a Xenopixel. Um, or if push comes to shove, I'd order the empty hilt and then save up for a sound core. But but yeah, that's the one I got my eye on. Eventually, eventually, I gotta save up for it, and sooner or later I'll pull the trigger. Let me see. What else we got going for Star Wars shows? Andor, I know that's coming out end of August. Bad Batch, I think season 2 is coming out later this year too. Um, when's Ahsoka coming out? Next year? I think 2023. Yeah, that is very cool looking. The Mystic Knight's Armory sells what they call the Starfighter hilt. That's a nice one too. Yeah, I might do a Xenopixel on that because I wouldn't duel with it. But with the Xenopixel, it would really be funky. Dark Wolf Annihilator. Ooh, that sounds ominous. Tales of new show. Oh, is that that's an animated one, right? I'll have to look for that. Thundercastle. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know Ultra Sabers has it. You know, if you buy the empty hilt and get it installed, you know, they do. They have believe it or not, they have the Sword of Omens. So later next year. Okay. So Ahsoka's next year. Mandalorian season 3 is going to be next year too. I think in May they said. Starfight is a nice hilt. I don't have it in front of me right now, but it is a sweet hilt. It really is. I know Zach, Darth Ravens, he's got that what do you call it? That Game of Thrones hilt. Longclaw. Couldn't think of the name of it for a minute. That Cole made for him. Young Count Dooku and Qui-Gon. Ooh. Oh, and the Tales of the Jedi one? Alright. That would be very cool. And I heard Visions is getting season 2. That's gonna be next year as well, I think. So I'm happy about that. I like that. The first season was nice. Some of the stories were a little better than others, but you know, the beauty of the anthology is you can pick and choose. So, but in the meantime, we have Kenobi, which I'm very into. I got a couple of reaction videos up. That's one thing. You know, I wish I could show more of the show itself in the picture in picture because every time I try to show a little bit of the screen, it gets blocked. You know, I'm not worried about copyright claim, but I don't want it to get blocked either. I'll have to fool with the format for episode 3 of Kenobi, but I'm vested. So enjoy. Yeah. Yep. First episode was perfect for setting the groundwork. Um, I like the recap style that they did of episodes 1, 2, and 3, the prequels. I thought that was very nice. You know, the way it shows what Obi-Wan is up to, the shift over to Alderaan, and then the Inquisitors. I well, I'll break it down a little bit by a little bit. I love Ewan McGregor. I think he's doing a tremendous job with this. I love his performance. I like how they're showing how Obi-Wan is a little bit rusty with not just his force capability, but also his fighting prowess. Um, that episode 2, those bounty hunters back in his prime, in the prequels, especially episode 3, those bounty hunters would not have gotten a jump on him the way they did. So, and the fact of when Leia was falling, uh, the fact that he had to struggle to connect with the Force to grab her, it the ability is there, but it's like, the muscle memory is there, but the muscles are weak, even if it's the mental muscles, you know. Elvis, take care. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, the weak Obi-Wan, it does make sense. It does because he hasn't used the Force. You got to remember, it's been 10 years. You know, um, and if you don't use your muscles for any amount of time, they if they don't atrophy, they become weak. And with Obi-Wan, it's the mental muscle, I think. So I think at some point he's gonna have to try to reconnect. Not only that, but he's also kind of mentally broken, or at least damaged in this show. Um, because as far as he knew, he's lost everything. He's lost his best friend, or so he thought. Um, he's lost all his friends. The only one that he knows is still alive is Yoda. Um, he's trying to reconnect with Qui-Gon, and he can't, at least so far. It'll be interesting to see if we get a voice appearance by Liam Neeson. I hope we do, but I hope it's not until the later episodes. I know they teased it in the first episode, but they didn't want. I'm sure the showrunners didn't want to show all the cards in the first season. They'll save that for the end of it, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the PTSD, and Ewan McGregor's doing a great job of acting that out. So, but I think at some point they've got to bridge the gap between the PTSD Obi-Wan in this show and then the older Obi-Wan in A New Hope that doesn't seem quite so PTSD, you know? Something they gotta bridge the gap there. Not only that, but as much as I like the outfit that he's wearing, but let's face it, it's not the same one that he has in A New Hope. So at some point he loses that outfit and he's gotta go to his other one. So hopefully we get a little bit of continuity there. Um, yeah, that would be cool. I would I'll flip out myself, which is why I'm hoping for it. I want to flip out. Give me the fan service. Give me the fan service. Uh, I'm gonna jump all over the board with Kenobi, so bear with me. I don't have anything written down, so it's gonna be whatever pops in my head. The Inquisitors. I don't have a problem at all with the Grand Inquisitor. I know he doesn't look like the same guy in Rebels, but so what? We've had the yellow eyes. They've added those in. Comes and goes. So that's a little bit of saving throw from the authors. I don't have a problem at all with the performance from the actor. What is the actor's name? Rupert somebody. He's doing all right. I know a lot of people said that they wanted to see Jason Isaacs perform the character, but I think they probably would have gotten him if they could. But I think at the time that they were filming the show, um, Jason Isaacs might have been busy because he's been in two series. He was in a Star Trek show, Discovery, and then he was filming some medical drama on, I think, CBS. Ugh. All right. You sure there's no alcohol in this? CBS or ABC or one of them, which I don't even know if it's on the air anymore. Hello, sir. Thank you for coming in. Pleasure having everybody hanging out. I love it. Um, but what do you call it? I think Isaac was busy, so he couldn't have uh, done Obi Wan if he wanted to, which I heard he wanted to. But I don't have a problem with this actor. Um, as a matter of fact, watching his performance, for some reason, this is probably just me. I don't know if you guys saw Chronicles of Riddick with the Necromongers. For some reason, the Grand Inquisitor, he reminds me of the Lord Marshal, just in terms of his the theatrical, not the theatricality, but the way he carries himself. Um, but I like how they're doing him. And speaking of the Grand Inquisitor, I was as surprised as everybody else with the ending of Kenobi Episode 2. I'm assuming you guys have seen it, so spoilers. Uh, I don't think initially when I watched the episode, I thought that he had gotten killed off. Now that I'm thinking about it, um, I don't think he is because I think Riva, third sister. I'll talk about her in a minute. I think that was a gut shot that he took, and he might be incapacitated. I don't think. Yeah, it blew me away that he got run through. I don't think he's gonna get killed because for one thing, if you remember, Fennec Shand in Book of Boba Fett, she took a gut shot, and thanks to cybernetics, she's doing just fine. Um, but not only that, if they kill him off in this show, then that means that Rebels isn't canon anymore because Grand Inquisitor shows up in there. And of course, by the end of the first season, that's when he ends up dead, as far as I know. And if Rebels is non-canon, then that's going to cause a whole bunch of problems. But one thing is going to piss the fandom off, and number two, uh, Grand Admiral Thrawn shows up in Rebels, and he's also name dropped, if you remember, in Mandalorian season 2. Okay, so if Grand Inquisitor dies in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series, that means that Rebels is non-canon, which means that Mandalorian is non-canon. And if I think any further than that, there's so much other stuff that's going to be non-canon, and it's just going to piss everybody off. And I think, yeah, that's my point. There's so many connections. What are they going to pull one thread, then have the whole tapestry come undone? Come on. Yeah, I do find it surprising that Reva got the jump on him. That I will admit, or maybe he just wasn't expecting it from her. He was kind of, I think if I remember right, he was kind of focusing on, he had his hand out, I think, and he was going to do something to try to flush Obi-Wan out. So maybe he wasn't expecting it from her, but he might just be incapacitated. So yeah, I got my phone buzzing here. Hold on a minute, gents. Okay. That was one of my kids checking in. So Ravens, what's up, buddy? Glad to have you here. What's cracking? No, not much. Just vibing. They're Sith. Well, are they Sith? Are the Inquisitors Sith? There were two of the Sith. I don't know if they're actual Sith. That's a whole other subject. Yeah, that's the thing. I was a bit surprised at that. Yeah, I have a feeling he'll pop up again. So hopefully, I kind of like the way they're doing him. Who's the other guy? Uh, is it Fifth Brother? I can't remember the name, but he's all right. He's decent. I know that character gets killed off in Rebels too, but I wouldn't mind seeing a little more of him. Yeah, just dark side users. They're not actual Sith. I know they were former Jedi who converted. So speaking of necromongers, yeah, that's the whole converter fall. That's basically it. So as for Riva herself, I don't know how I feel about her. She's way a loose cannon, big time. Um, Maybe I just need to see more of her in the show before I can formulate an opinion. Um, the character is a loose cannon, and I think it's going to give. It would be wild if Vader's the one who kills her off. I have a feeling she's going to get killed off by the end of the show, and I think it would be wild as hell if Vader's the one who does it. You know, she tries to bring Obi-Wan in and fails, and he just goes, "You know what? I've had enough of your bull," and bam. Um, Her beef, I don't think she's got a personal beef with Kenobi. I think she's just looking to gain favor with Vader and Palpatine. She wants to be the one to bring him in. For some reason, she's considered a lower class in the social status than everybody else. Is the impression I get. Um, and I think she figures if she brings in Kenobi, that'll raise her above, everybody else. Maybe it's just too much ambition. I think it's gonna catch up with her. She's gonna fudge it up one too many times, and I'd love to see Vader be the one to take her out. You know. Um, Speaking of Vader, that last scene in episode 2, I almost fell on the floor. It was just the perfect timing. You got what you close up of Obi-Wan, and the match cut. You know, Vader opens his eyes, and they're linked. So yeah, that's speaking of the younglings. The beginning of the first episode, we have that other POV of Order 66. Uh, which by the way, I thought was awesome. Anytime we get a different point of view, another certain point of view of Order 66 is great. Um, but the younglings who escaped, I can't help but wonder if we're gonna see them again at some point in the show. I don't know if that Jedi in the one from the first episode, I can't think of his name. The one that got strung up in Tatooine over in Anchorhead. I don't know if he was one of the younglings. I don't know if the age matches up, but maybe he was one of them. I don't know. He knew who Obi-Wan was. Of course, then again, every Jedi knows who Obi-Wan is. But yeah, I wonder if we're going to see those younglings again in some capacity, or was it just another glimpse of Order 66 to catch up? You know, inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, that I agree, Isaac. I think when he used the Force to save Leia, um, that reconnected him, and I think that's how Riva was able to track him when he was hiding in that hangar. By the way, speaking of, this is I almost forgot about this. The biggest question I have: how does Riva know that Vader is Anakin? How? I didn't think that was common knowledge. I thought it was just, you know, Palpatine, well, of course, Sidious knows, and Obi-Wan knows. I don't know if any of the other shows or yeah, like, does the other Inquisitors know? I don't think so. They don't know that Anakin is Vader. Or did well, I mean, was Riva able to what was it some kind of mind read, and Riva just picked up on it? 'Cause she was able to do that trick, with the con man. I forget his name. Um, she was able to read his mind pretty easy. Maybe she was able to scope maybe she probed Vader, but then again, Vader would know it, if he got probed, or at least you would think. So, that's the one question. She had to be a young lady. Yeah, maybe. That might be. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's gotta be a secret, but how does she know? Maybe she well, I'm trying to do the mental math. It's been, 10 years between the Kenobi series and Revenge of the Sith. How old Riva is versus how old the younglings are, or maybe she was a Padawan. If not a youngling, maybe a Padawan at some point. That that math works out. Because if she was a youngling, given how young the younglings are, 10 years later, I don't think it would be as old as Riva. But if she was a Padawan, that might work. Yeah, they better do some backstory, to flesh this out. The episodes need to be a little longer than a half hour because there's only 4 left. Okay, we're not gonna do this in several half-hour shows. That could be. Although, would that information be in the archives? If it is, maybe that's how she found it, but would it be in the archives? I don't know. I think Palpatine would wanna keep a lid on that. But, hang on a minute. okay. Someone shooting firecrackers outside, and every time they do, my dogs go crazy. So, but yeah, Obi Wan reconnected. I think that's how Vader was able to pick up on him. Yeah, she's gonna slip up. I don't think. I don't think Obi Wan's gonna be the one to finish her off, and I don't think she's gonna survive the series, and I don't think Obi Wan's gonna be the one to finish her off. I think Vader's gonna do it, or maybe the Grand Inquisitor himself will do it. Payback's a bitch, right? So that would be some sweet payback. Um, what else about the show? All right, young Leia. I like the way they do Leia, and I'll tell you why. Because this isn't. First of all, the kid playing her is not hard to watch at all. Her acting's great. Depending on the child actor, you might watch some kid and go, no, no, don't quite work, but she's all right. She's okay. Um, but the thing, I really hope that that people. I know there's got to be some people who are crapping on the show, and I hope that. Hold on. Here goes my dog again. So, all right. Yeah, the thing about this Leia, this version of Leia, is for one thing, it is a kid, and the other thing is it isn't. Um, it's not the Leia that we're used to in the movies, who's hardened by the war and um, who's seen too much and is maybe a little bit jaded as far as the Senate. This Leia, you got to remember, is a little more innocent. So you know we shouldn't be expecting a young Carrie Fisher, is what I'm saying. The way Carrie Fisher played her, this is a different Leia with a different attitude. She is. She's sassy. She is definitely. She's definitely her mother's daughter. So no wonder Obi Wan. It reminded Obi Wan of Padme. Yep, there will be payback. I think. You know what? I'm going to amend my statement. I hope it's the Inquisitor that gets her back and not Vader. Because we're going to see the Vader Obi-Wan rematch. You know that. I think the Inquisitor is going to get her first because Vader's going to have his hands full with Obi-Wan. I want to see that rematch. I want that rematch. I know there are some people out there who are worried that that rematch is going to mess up Episode 4. A New Hope. It's going to um, louse up the continuity. I don't think it will because. Hang on 1 second. I am going to shut my window. Maybe that will the fireworks. It'll muffle the fireworks, and my dog won't go haywire. Hold on a minute, everybody. Okay, I'll have to edit all this out in post. You gotta love live TV, especially when you have a dog that barks when an ant breaks wind outside. But whatever. What was I talking? Oh yeah, the duel. If you remember the dialogue from A New Hope, uh, when Vader says, "I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last." That the last meeting does not have to be Revenge of the Sith necessarily. Okay, it can harken back to the Kenobi series very easily, because Kenobi takes place 10 years, I think, before A New Hope. So 10 years is a rather nice gap. Okay. The other thing is, if you listen to dialogue, again, um, when I left you, I was the learner. Now I'm the master. When he left Obi Wan was in an episode, Revenge of the Sith. That's when he left him, and he was a learner for the most part. You know, so that doesn't necessarily talk about, you know, that doesn't necessarily mess up the rematch. Well, I mean, we know Vader's not going to beat Obi Wan, or at least not kill him. Obi Wan's going to get away. We know that. But I think you're right, Ike. Um, if Obi Wan at least getting away is really going to piss Vader off by the time they meet again in the Death Star. So, which of course brings up scene 38, because I think we can all agree that the scene 38 um, is canon now. So, but yeah, Vader'd be more than ready to finish Obi Wan off at that point. So, what else about the show? I do like the world building. Um, you know, I think there might have been some people complaining about how the show is going to be on Tatooine again, because we've already had, you know, Mandalorian on Tatooine. We've already had Book of Boba Fett on Tatooine. For this one, though, it has to be on Tatooine because you know, that's where Luke lives. And I want to see more of Luke. I know we've got a kid actor who's going to be playing Luke. It'll be interesting to see how he works out for the show. But I do like the planet. I forget the name of it that they were in for episode 2 of Kenobi. That looked pretty cool. Like a downtown Shanghai kind of vibe to it. All the neon lights and all that, and so there is some world building. And I do like that we got to see some of Alderaan. You know, um, speaking of Alderaan, the bounty hunters that were on there, I'm not seeing Flea from the Chili Peppers as one of the bounty hunters. That kind of took me out of it a little bit. I was like, really? Come on. I mean, he wasn't. He didn't mess it up. It was just a minute of you know, I don't know. You don't. It was the equivalent of having oh, I don't know, just stunt casting. You know, but whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, there is no escape. Sooner or later they'll catch up to him. But I think as the show goes on, Obi-Wan's going to get a little bit more in tune with the Force. Like the memory will come back. So, and he's gonna need it for that other face off with Vader. So it was unexpected. It really was. So I do like one of those bounty hunters. It was what's that species? The feline, I think is the name of it. From the book Shadows of the Empire, Shizor. his species. I mean, it wasn't Shizor in the show, but I think it was one of his species. It was kind of cool seeing one of them live action. Um, what else is there? I do like the interaction between Owen and Obi-Wan. Uh, seeing an older Owen start to we see a little bit of Owen from A New Hope come into play here. That gruff exterior. And so I think Joel Edgerton is doing a good job of that. Um, Seeing Jimmy Smits again as Bail Organa, that was a nice touch. Um, Although it does make sense if we were going to see Leia, it's good that we see him. Um, I also like how there's a little bit of cannon welding, for lack of a better term. Uh, Obi Wan saves Leia and calls her. He tells her his name is Ben. Um, so that's how she comes to know him. Because if you remember on the Death Star, she calls for Obi Wan. That's who the message is for. My phone is buzzing yet again. Hold on a minute. It's my kid. Sorry about that. Um, what was I saying? Help me out. What was I talking? What am I talking about? Oh yeah. Calling him Ben for for Leia because when she records the message that she uploads on R2, she addresses him as Obi Wan, and of course she remembers the name Ben. That's how she hears the name Ben to name her son that. But if you remember when Luke uh, gets her out of her jail cell, the detention center, he says that he's here with Ben Kenobi, not Obi Wan. But the minute he says Ben Kenobi, she immediately reacts to that because she remembers him as Ben. And that's, I think, how she knew that Luke was on the up and up because Ben was like, that very few people would know him as Ben. So little bit of welding there that I kind of like. Um, that little moment with the model of the T16, I thought that was kind of cool. Even though Owen gave it back to Ben, um, you know, I think Ben's going to end up leaving it again at some point. Sooner or later, Luke's going to get it, without Owen throwing it back. So, but little wink and nod like that. Um, I do like the bit with the Jawa, trying to hustle Obi-Wan some parts. Um, there wasn't really too much about the show that I don't like so far, to be honest with you. The theme, of course, we've had John Williams come back to do the theme. Um, it's nice. Uh, Not really as iconic for me yet as, say, Mandalorian's theme. But then again, I haven't heard it that often either. So I'm sure once I hear it a few more times, it'll be burned into my brain. So yeah, cleaning costs extra. Trying to swindle Obi-Wan for taking his own parts. So um what else about the show? I can't think of anything else. But I'm loving it. I want to see more. I have a feeling that we're going to get Vader, a proper version of Vader, in the next episode because we've already had a tease of him in the back of the tank, and I think at some point, while Obi Wan and Leia are going to this other planet, we're going to get some of the Inquisitor Tower. I think we're going to get that because at some point, uh, Vader's going to find out what Reva did to the Grand Inquisitor. So it'll be interesting, but I want to see. We've all seen the photo from the still production photo of the silhouetted Vader stepping down from whatever it is. I want to see that shot. I really want to see that shot. But yeah, I'm very impressed. I have nothing bad to say about it. The only thing is, I want to get a little bit more of Reva's backstory before I decide whether I like her as a character or not. Um, I want to see if the younglings, if anything happens with them. I've heard that we are. They did an interview with Hayden Christensen, and he said that this was going to be excuse me, a more in his prime Vader, uh, a very aggressive Vader, a very angry Vader. So, which it should be. I want to see more of the Vader that we got in at the end of Rogue One. But take no prisoners, get out of my way. That would be wild. Just have him pop in and freak everybody out. Yeah, more dangerous is good. I want to see that. I want to see a dangerous Vader. So let's see. On my wish list, we've got Reva's backstory. What happened with the younglings? Um. Oh, how about the glimpse of that clone trooper? I wasn't expecting that. The homeless trooper. That was very cool. Having Tamura Morrison, the live action trooper. Maybe hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that in Ahsoka. Cough, cough. Maybe you never know. But I found it interesting how yeah, I did hear that that was a 501st, and it was a 501st to storm the Jedi Temple. So he didn't recognize Obi Wan though. Either that or the chip burned out. So, but that was a nice little moment. Excuse me. But yeah, that's basically what I'm hoping to see. I want to see Reva's backstory, the younglings, and I want that rematch. That rematch better be the last episode. Okay, episode 6. Let it all hang out. That'll be cool. That'll be very cool. But yeah, I'm gonna mess around with the format that I do for the reactions. Because I feel bad that I'm reacting to basically nothing. Uh, you can't really see the image. You can't hear anything. So I'm gonna try to minimize the blocking so that I don't obscure the full screen and maybe have the sound on because I'm not gonna sweat a copyright claim, which would probably happen if I have the sound on. But I'm not gonna sweat it. I just don't want the thing blocked. There was one episode of Book of Boba Fett that I was trying to react to, and it kept on getting blocked, and it was like, Disney, leave me alone. I'm not even monetized yet. So I'll fudge around with that, and that way, when you guys are watching my reactions, you can see what I'm reacting to. But that's one thing I don't do with a react. I know that there's some reactors who they're always hooting and hollering about every other scene. I'm not like that. I'm not gonna fake it. That's why I do a bunch of jump edits. You know, I'm not gonna. I want people to watch, but I want them to watch. I want them to watch me. I don't want. I don't want to fake it. So yeah, let us have our fun. Come on, man. So, but trust me, as if you see me bugging out as the show goes along, it's going to be genuine. All right, I am not going to hold it back. I'm not going to fake it. But I'm not going to hold it back. So, but I don't know what else. Maybe I'll react to Andor. I haven't even seen the trailer for that or the teaser. Um, Bad Batch. I don't know if I'll react to that because part of it is getting the free time to set this up. You know, so if I don't react to the show live like I'm doing with Kenobi, I'll at least talk about it. So maybe that's why I'll do more of these live streams. I'll just give my thoughts on them. Bad Batch and or Ahsoka, I might react to. You know, it depends on the show, but that's my biggest issue. You know, is free time. Yeah, on May 4th, the second Kenobi trailer dropped, and I was hoping to do a reaction to that, but it wasn't working out because I just had stuff going on over here, and finally I just said screw it and watched it. You know, that's the other one I forgot about. Acolyte. Yeah, what's that? That's way old Republic stuff. That's way old Republic stuff. That ought to be something. When 100 years before Episode One. When does Darth Revan come into play? Is that around the same timeline? Maybe he'll be in it. Maybe. Yes. No. Maybe so. That would be cool. I mean, his saber is already canon. It's available in the Black series. The Force FX brand. So I mean, why not make Revan canon? Although I guess he is going to be canon with the Knights of the Old Republic remake. So you never know. Hey, to each their own. It was a nasty scene, though. It is Old Republic, okay. But but yeah, like I said, free time is my biggest hurdle. Um, between family stuff at home and work, and that's not a woe is me, by the way. That's just my situation. So, but I got vacation time coming up during the summer, so and maybe at some point I'll finally figure out and finish, installing that damn hilt I've got. So I'm gonna have to restudy and you know, my technique and get back on track with that. So it is Old Republic era. All right. Well, Tales of the Jedi would. Okay. All right. Maybe he'll become canon. You never know. Because I know he was in the Tales of the Jedi comic books that Dark Horse put. Yeah, Dark Horse that they put out, and I know those came under the Legends brand once Disney got their hands on things. So it was Exar Kun and who was the other one? Ulick Keldroma, I think was the other main Jedi featured there. Maybe they'll pop in. Who knows? Excuse me. Yeah, maybe they'll pop in. Who knows? But you'll have to excuse my cough. This thing about COVID, it sucks. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Excuse me on that one, guys. It was thing about having COVID. I had that months ago. I still have a cough. It creeps up on me every so often. So I'm talking a lot. But anyway, where were we? Yeah, he did do a double blade, didn't he? XR Kun did a double blade. Yeah, there's a lot of Vader hills out there, as Blue Mama can tell you. I think Carter's made it his mission to collect every single Vader hilt under the sun if he hasn't already. So, what saber do I still want that I don't have? Um, well, I showed off the knight from Dark Wolf. Um, give me 1 minute. Let me bring up Saber Forge. I can show you a few that I got my eye on there. Doop, 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 doo. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. There's a few. quite a few actually, which is the problem. All right, let me share my screen with you guys. Share. Boom. All right. There's one of them. That might be my next purchase. That's a nice looking one. Uh, Another one that they have is this one. That I have a Spectre from Ultra Sabers, and that looks somewhat like it, but not an exact copy. So I do like that. And I think there was one more that I really had my eye on. Actually, wait a minute. It's not an elite. It's an apprentice. Hold on a minute. If it is still here. Yeah, I think that one, the Sentinel. Those are three that I got my eye on from Saberforge. So, from Saber Trio, like I said, the Senza is one. Um, there was one other one, which I forget. Give me a minute. Let me bring that website up. I see you guys in the comment section. I'll get to you. I promise. But I figure since we're all hanging out. Okay. Hang on a minute. This one, the Vectra. That might be a nice one to get for another Pico Crumble Saber, I think. The Senza, I'll probably do a NeoPixel, CFX NeoPixel with the fins, with the shroud. The Vectra, I'll probably go for Pico Crumble or Baselit, you know, something like that. So yeah, Carter with his Vader hilts. Roman props. I'm not familiar with them. At least I don't think so. I'll have to check them out. There's a bunch I'm not familiar with. I gotta do more digging in this rabbit hole. The Sith Stalker. Who sells that? That sounds familiar. Yeah, the Betra's got a nice look. Wolf, who sells the Sith Stalker? All right, I'll look in the Roman props. One thing I would love to do, which is on my bucket list, is oh wait a minute. Corbanth has one. All right, let me go to Corbanth then. Hold on a minute. We can check out the Sith Stalker. see. Oh, this SOB. All right, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Woof! That's a badass looking hilt. Oh man. That's that's when you can keep as an empty hilt and use for home defense. Man. Roman props. Oh, for screen accurate. Okay. Saber Trio Senza, Vanquish Elites, and Obi-Wan, Padawan, and Master Jedi hilts. Okay. That's not a bad lineup, Ike. I'll keep an eye on your channel, man. You said you had some coming. Sith Stalker's massive, yeah. That looks real nice, though. Oh, that's right. Ultra Sabers does sell one, don't they? Or something similar. I thought that design looked familiar, but so, anyways, yeah, those three from Saber Forge and those two from Saber Trio. Eventually, that's on my shopping list. What I really want to do, this is my bucket list item, is you know the flagships, those the empty hilt, the all chrome, uh, blank canvas type things. I want to order one of them and send it off to Jeremy at Solo Sabers. I do have some things in mind that I would love to have on there as my keepsake saber. So that will be at some point. I just got to work my way up to it. You know, so many hilts and so little time. Plus, it's a matter of the funds, you know. But so as the year goes on, I will be ordering and I will be unboxing, of course. Um, I'll have more reaction videos too, not just for the Star Wars series, but from other things around YouTube as I find. Channel, by the way, has grown. Let's talk about my channel for a little bit here. I'm up to about 229 subs, uh, which thank all of you. I do thank you for that. Um, it's a slow grind, but you know it's a steady grind. So I do thank you guys for that. But you know, my lightsaber videos tend to get the most views, but I like doing the reactions too. So the reaction videos are mostly to keep the channel up in between lightsabers. So what do we got, Ike? What do you got? Phoenix Props Valkyrie Saber. I have one coming. Phoenix Props. All right, let's take a look. Nope, that ain't it. Wait a minute. PhoenixProps.net. Okay. What was the name of it? Valkyrie. Okay. Ooh la la. Hold on. I gotta share this one. Boom. Wow. Design in partnership with Shadow Foil Props and Volsa Valhalla. Them I've heard of. Wow. That's a nice one. There you go. Yeah. I agree, Wolf. Man, Ike, when you get that, you better show that bad boy off. But you know what? Here's the everybody watching right now. When Ike gets his hands on that, we're all going to invade him and fight over it. All right, we'll turn the tables on him. Us knowing him, he'll be ready for us. Oh man. All right. Well, I really don't have anything else that comes to mind. So, I wasn't planning on going all night. I just had some things I wanted to talk about and pass the time. Was glad to have some of you guys come out here and visit. Done and done. Yeah, right. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it for now. I'm not gonna keep you guys all night. I will at some point be doing streams with guests. I'll get back into that, but every so often I'll probably just pop in and do this by myself and shoot the breeze with you guys. So tomorrow, Memorial Day, like I said, I'm going to be filming the parade, our local parade. I'll be posting that, so be on the lookout for that. I hope everyone has been having a pleasant weekend. I hope you guys have a great holiday tomorrow. And I will say it now: if anyone's watching who is in the service, I know Memorial Day is about those who have died in service, but I don't think that those who have served should be excluded either. Um, even if they haven't given their lives, they've given a whole lot of themselves. So sacrifice is sacrifice. So I think we need to remember them as well. So any of you, if you're out there, thank you for your service. Uh, yep, Ike, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for coming in. So until tomorrow and until the next stream, whenever this is, I hope to have you guys back. What I'll do is next time I do this, I'll post on Instagram a couple of hours ahead or an hour and a half, whatever it was. Uh, you know, let you guys know. I'm glad you guys found your way in, and I will catch you on the next one. All right. Thank you for coming in. Have a good weekend. What's left of it until the next video. You know the deal. All right. Be good, be well, be safe, and be happy. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.